WCBI News at 6 starts now.
The overturning of the travel ban is just one of a number of events in what has been a whirlwind first 2 weeks for the new Trump presidency. Good evening, I'm Victoria Bailey. Mr. Trump is at his Florida estate tonight. It's his first weekend off since taking office, but it probably won't be a relaxing one. This morning, Iran conducted new tests of its missile and radar systems in a show of defiance after the U.S. imposed new sanctions over a ballistic missile test launch last weekend. Earl Barnett has the story.
Today we're assigning core principles for regulating the United States financial system.
Wielding his pen on yet another executive action Friday, President Trump ordered a review of financial regulations after a week of complicated foreign policy actions.
They're not behaving.
Iran test-fired a ballistic missile earlier this week. In response, the Treasury Department implemented new sanctions against the country, ones that were structured by the Obama administration. After the announcement, Iran's foreign minister wrote on Twitter he was unmoved by Mr. Trump's threats.
I think the Iran deal is one of the worst deals I've ever seen.
Candidate Trump railed against the UN-backed nuclear deal with Iran, but has so far left it in place.
Gonna build a wall.
The president is also finding it difficult to deliver on his campaign promise to make Mexico fund a Great Wall along the southern border.
Who is going to pay for the wall? 100%.
México no pagará ningún muro.
Mexican President Peña Nieto said his country will not pay and canceled a recently scheduled visit to the White House.
It's not a viable option.
Senator John McCain of Arizona added to congressional concerns that a wall would not make the country safer.
If you only build a wall, only a quote, a wall, without using technology, individuals, drones, observation, etc., you're not going to secure the border.
The administration's first public criticism of Israel also emerged this week.
The construction or expansion of existing settlements beyond the current borders is not going to be helpful moving forward.
Press Secretary Sean Spicer indicated President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu would likely discuss newly announced Israeli settlement expansion when the two leaders meet February 15th.
The president's committed to peace. That's his goal.
Despite complimentary rhetoric from President Trump toward Russian President Putin, United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley condemned the Kremlin for aggressive actions in eastern Ukraine. The White House says those views and keeping sanctions in place for Russia's occupation of Crimea are supported by President Trump. Well, Trump's travel ban isn't the only thing that's sparking outrage and protests across the country. Protesters gathered in a large prayer circle in Chicago's Daley Plaza on Saturday in hopes of stopping the Dakota Access Pipeline. The vigil comes just a day after the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers gave an evacuation order to protesters at the site in Cannonball, North Dakota. The movement began last summer with a few dozen protesters from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and grew to thousands. President Trump recently signed an executive order to advance construction on the pipeline. The pipeline would run within a half-mile of the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation. Now it's time for a first look at our weather. Keith, what are we looking at?
Well, right now, Victoria, clouds on the increase. As we were talking about yesterday, we started with that sunshine, and as we went through time today, those clouds have increased. We actually do have a few isolated showers zipping across the far northern reaches of Mississippi. The air is pretty dry, so not all of this is reaching the ground, but there has been a few showers here in far north Mississippi. Most of us dry at the current time with temperatures in the upper 40s to the low 50s. Much warmer this evening than yesterday evening. Here's our Saturday evening planner. A lot of 40s here. These clouds will gradually fill in. There could be a few showers later on tonight. Better rain chances going forward for the next couple of days, perhaps even some strong storms Tuesday. More on that coming up.
Thanks a lot, Keith. Well, last week, a Madison, Wisconsin group wrote a letter to a mayor of a small northeast Mississippi town threatening a lawsuit if a Christian flag wasn't removed from a public building. On Saturday, the Rhinesea community protested the flag's removal, and WCBI's Chad Groening was there and filed this report.
This Veterans Memorial in downtown Rhinesea was erected last year. The flagpole on the left-hand side now flies the village's flag. But the residents are outraged because the Christian flag was originally on that pole, until an organization headquartered in Madison, Wisconsin wrote a letter to the mayor saying someone complained about the flag.
I got this letter from the Freedom from Religious Foundation, and they asked me would I remove my flag. So I complied and removed it. It wasn't because I wanted to, but it was because I didn't want to go no further or putting the town in jeopardy over me making decisions. They told me that I could be, a lawsuit could be filed on their behalf against me, you know, if I didn't comply.
But the community is not taking this sitting down. Hundreds gathered at Saturday's rally to support the mayor, many from outside of Rienzi.
We are a Christian nation. Y'all understand that? We are a Christian nation. This is a Christian flag. This is a Christian community here. You take one down, we're going to put several back up. I promise you that. That's just the way we do things here in the South.
I'm telling you folks, I'm no preacher, but it's going to get worse. Can I get an amen? It's going to get worse, but we cannot bow down. We can't lay down. If we stand up till our death, that's what we need to do.
State Representative Tracy Arnold says he is very familiar with the Freedom from Religion Foundation.
First time I heard of this group, Freedom from Religion, was in Jackson, Mississippi, when I went into the Capitol building on Christmas, during this Christmas season, and they were protesting a nativity scene. Can you believe that?
No one at today's rally raised their hand when asked, is there anybody here who opposes the Christian flag being flown in this community? That is why Mayor Williams vows that the flag will go up again.
I'm hoping and praying that this time next week, you're going to see that flag flying again.
Yeah.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Rienzi.
Williams says he hopes to have more information on how the town intends to proceed on Wednesday. Well, a Tupelo man makes it his mission to keep Hancock Park safe for neighborhood children. Over the last 6 years, community organizer Mac Turner has made efforts to upgrade the park on Monument Drive. He's hoping to bring more attention to his efforts during Black History Month by hosting peaceful walks along with other community events at the park.
At one time, this was the most dangerous park in Tupelo, and I made my map to try to change it. So the violence is less violent over here now. We've been in the park 6 years, and we're trying to make the community safer.
Turner was instrumental in the construction of the quarter-mile trail in Hancock Park. Well, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate, so much chocolate that this little one couldn't get enough. Shoppers in the mall at Barnes Crossing in Tupelo today had the chance to treat themselves to chocolate. It was the second annual chocolate festival, and it was for a good cause. The chocolate festival is a fundraiser hosted by the organization New Expectations for Women in Mississippi.
New Miss is a group of women that get together to network and to help other ladies. We want them to have the best education, be the best they can be, health-wise, education, everything. We want to help them do that.
The money raised from today's event benefits New Mississippi Fairy Godmothers Project. It's a project that provides assistance to women and children who don't qualify for other means of help. Well, coming up, computer science has been a fast-growing field for years now, and it's not just for the boys anymore. We'll have that story and more when WCBI News at 6 returns. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The release of acclaimed movie Hidden Figures has helped shine light on women working in computer science fields and how much harder they have to work in order to be taken seriously. Saturday, a group of female middle school students had the chance to be a part of a computer science camp at Mississippi State University, and WCBI's Quentin Smith was at the camp and has more.
I want to learn more how to operate computers.
Mackenzie Cunningham, along with these other bright students, have big dreams of one day working in the field of computer science.
I want to be like a computer lab teacher.
So, to help them develop the necessary skills, the students came out to be a part of Mississippi State's computer science program.
I'm part of an organization called Project CS Girls, which has a mission of spreading love of computer science to young girls, middle school girls.
Sarah Darrow was the instructor for the program. She worked with the girls hands-on and taught them a variety of things such as mobile app development and game development.
We learned like how you delete and operate the things that you had to control on your computer.
I learned how to operate a computer and set up my own email account. Learn how to pick the things in order, like how to own my computer works.
Women are very underrepresented in the field of computer science, and this program is really good at helping them to, encouraging them to follow their interest in computer science and learn a little bit more about it.
Darrow says historically, women have always been underrepresented in the computer science field. She also says movies like Hidden Figures helps shine a light on the difficulties that women have to overcome while working in this field.
It's been hard getting more girls into it because they're not encouraged to as much as maybe males are.
That's why Darrow says it's important to motivate girls at a young age to pursue any interest in this field.
I want the girls to have a confidence in their ability to be in the computer science field and to pursue computer science activities. And obviously have an interest in it, and if they had an interest in it before, to be more motivated to pursue that interest.
MSU partnered with Project Computer Science Girls to put on today's program. Well, new figures show Mississippi's economy grew at a 3.4% annual rate from July through September, coming just short of the national growth rate. In 2015, the Magnolia State economy grew at 0.5%. In 2016, the economy continued to grow at 1.1% rate. Now, utilities, durable goods, manufacturing, and finances and insurance were the biggest drivers of the growth. Mississippi, which has roughly a $110 billion economy, ranked 32nd for the growth among the states. Well, Keith has our weather.
Yeah, that's right, Victoria. This evening we had a pretty nice sunset there in West Alabama a few minutes ago. And look at this one from Decatur, Alabama. Some color with some of those clouds coming on in. Your full forecast is next.
Your first alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
As promised, clouds on the increase today. This is our Alpha Insurance time lapse from downtown Columbus. We put this into motion. You can see the high cirrus clouds give way to some of these lower level clouds, but still pretty nice evening out there. Much warmer than the one we just had yesterday at this time. So we'll take that, but there are some showers moving across North Mississippi and the southern parts of Tennessee. You can see these zipping along the northern tier of the state. So if you live north and northwest of New Albany, still a chance for a few showers tonight. We will all have a chance for a few showers later on this evening into tomorrow. So this is wave number one. There could be a few additional waves as we go throughout the rest of the weekend, but right now most of us currently dry. Now the air is very, very dry, I should say. So not all of what I showed you there is probably reaching the ground, but the atmosphere is going to moisten up as we go past tonight and get into early next week and see how these dew points get back into the 50s and low 60s by Tuesday, and that will support better and better rain chances and even some storm chances, maybe some strong storms by Tuesday. So scattered showers tomorrow, a few more showers especially Monday morning, and then that storm threat on Tuesday. Here's Futurecast picking up on the situation. I think tomorrow, this model, along with several others, is suggesting the southern part of our area being the favorite spot for the better bet for showers on Sunday, but we all have that risk. As we get into tomorrow night and Monday morning, that wave lifts back to the north. I think a lot of that will wind down by Monday afternoon, and then we're just warm and humid. Out ahead of the front that's coming our way, we will see some strong to possibly severe storms in the region on Tuesday. So at this point, there is a risk for some severe weather in this highlighted area, basically our entire viewing area on Tuesday. At this point, it looks like a low-end threat. If anything, maybe a greater threat for damaging wind than anything else, but we can't rule anything out here, but at this point, it doesn't look to be too terribly crazy as far as severe weather episodes go this time of year, which is certainly good news. We'll, of course, keep you updated. Temperatures right now, upper 40s, low 50s in our region. Our forecast for tonight, we're going to take it down to about 40. Some spots could be a little bit warmer. We'll just see how that all plays out. Showers possible tonight and during our Sunday in the morning and also during the afternoon. Highs primarily in the 50s. That's the way it's going to be shaping up here as we go throughout the course of our Sunday. Around 70 on Monday. Again, the best chance of rain Monday morning. And then Tuesday, low to mid 70s. Warm, humid, a chance for some of those stronger storms. After that system, we're looking at some pretty nice weather. Near average for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and a lot of sunshine. Victoria?
Thanks so much, Keith. Well, the Bulldogs looking to rebound at the hump against the Volunteers. State and Ole Miss basketball action next in sports.
Here's WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel.
Mississippi State got a gut check on Tuesday after its blowout loss to Ole Miss. The Bulldogs are looking to get back to 500 in the SEC while getting revenge against the Tennessee Volunteers. Mario Kegler and State looking to match their win total from all of last year against the Vols in this one, but it'd be all Tennessee early on here. Grant Williams left alone for three. Tennessee was up 17-2 early in the first half. The Bulldogs finally got going thanks to Mario Kegler. He's going to get a drive and kick here by Peters. Shakes and bakes. Going to find Kegler in the corner. He's going to drain the three and the harm for the bucket. 4-point play from Mississippi State. And about a minute later, Kegler is going to drain yet another triple. Sinks it for the big fella. Tennessee still led by double digits. And Tyson Carter, he's like, hey, everyone's hitting threes. I'm going to hit one myself. He's going to drain the corner triple. It'd be 33-21 at the end of the first half. Second half, it was a different Mississippi State team. Bulldogs working inside. It's going to be a nice dish here to Eric Holman for the flush. The big fella getting up for the jam. Tennessee led by as many as 18 in the second half, but the Bulldogs started to take over. Holman here on the block. Going to be an outlet all the way. Quindary Weatherspoon. He's going to get the finish. Might have been an and one, but he still makes it nonetheless. Be a wild sequence here, or I should say Bulldogs starting to take a. Here we go. Kegler's going to kick it out. He's going to find Xavier Stapleton, who had his first career double-double in this one. Big game for the freshman, and they weren't done there. How about Kegler here with another three? Just drain it. Mississippi State would finish the game on a 25.